What is up, watch friends? Welcome to another episode of Talking Timepieces with Tony. And I'm Tony, and it is Friday, so you know that it is Q&A. So I got a lot of questions this week. And for those of you who don't know, if you want to be featured on the Q&A, all you got to do is ask your question in the comment below or in the comments, and I will feature it on an upcoming Q&A. Pretty simple. Anything you want to talk about, or ask, then just put it in the comments and I'll answer your question. So as of right now, let's just roll the intro and get into it, all right? It was a long day today. It was a strange day anyway. Okay, so I am wearing my Rolex Batgirl GMT. And I don't think I've worn it in a while. I mean, I've worn it, but I haven't worn it in any videos lately, I think. Anyway, we'll start with the first question. This is one of those, probably just a generic user at ... blah, blah, blah. So your question is, hi, Tony, your channel is awesome. Thank you, at user Co2ES9XV3W. How do you deal with it if you accidentally scratch one of your brand new Rolexes? It happens quickly in everyday life. How long or how much does it annoy you? How do you try to avoid it? It's pretty simple, man. Trying to avoid it is just not banging your watch into shit. Does it bother me? Yeah, I mean, it would bother me. I had a 36 date just I bought, and had the smallest tiny little mark on the bezel, and I don't know how I hit it or whatever, and it just annoyed the shit out of me. But another one is I had a date just 41, brand new, day I got it. Walked in the closet there to grab something, and I turned around. I don't know what I did with my hand like this, and I hit the wall with the watch pretty freaking hard. And funny enough, it didn't do anything to the watch though. So yeah, it's annoying, but you just everyday life. If you scratch it, you scratch it. But what are you gonna do? It's part of wearing your watch, right? Ned Flanders 3769. Hey Tony, the Zenith is really cool. Would you say it's your overall favorite in the collection? My Zenith Pilot, man, it's never in the case. It's right here in front of me on the watch stand, but it's definitely up there. It's not, well, is it? I don't know. It's definitely in my top favorite for sure. I wear it a lot, so yeah, I do love it, man. Thanks for your question, man. Niner at Niner. Hey Tony, hope you're well. Thank you. Question about watch insurance. I had to file a claim on my PF with Bright and Company. PF. I'm drawing a blank, man. PF? I don't know what that is. Please enlighten me, man. I don't know. It's been a long day, and there's nothing that's popping in my head with PF. Anyway, sorry, man. Long story short, they were going to cover the damage, but PF wound up fixing the watch for free. My question is, could this put me at a higher level of risk, or could it screw with my premium in the future? Keep rocking with the badass content, man. Thanks, dude. What you're asking is, you filed an insurance claim for your watch and then never followed through with the claim, and your insurance company never paid out because the watch got fixed for free. No, it'll definitely have it'll show that you have filed a claim, and it's going to show that it was closed without payment. So it's not going to affect it shouldn't affect your rates, and it shouldn't put any red flags up. Oh, wait a minute, this guy, you know what I mean? It was just damaged, and then the company fixed it for free. So don't worry about it, man. No, it's not gonna do anything to you. Thanks for your question, man. Appreciate it, dude. David.9633. Thanks for another episode. Thanks for watching another episode. Great topic, as others have said. It was a remainder. Okay. Sorry, man. Also, I was wondering, do you think that you'll ever do anything like reviewing viewers' collections or sharing viewer wrist shots as a segment in your show? No. No desire to, really. I mean, I have a buddy, my buddy Lincoln. I'm gonna do a thing on on his stuff, but generally no, I don't No. I don't know. Sorry, man. That was a good question. I mean, it was a valid question. It would have to be, I have to figure out where you would send the photos, of your watch and then feature them, you know what I mean? It's like, if I was doing a live stream and I don't know, dude. I haven't even thought about it. Maybe I'll think about it. Thanks, though, for your question. Metagirl. That's my sister. We're related. Uku Heart. Love. She loves my cat, Uku. I kind of regret passing on that Air King, but I do love the Z Blue Milgauss. Love your hat and moon swatch combo. Thanks, Nick. When Rolex discontinues a watch, do they pull any inventory an AD might have of the discontinued item, or do they continue to supply ADs with any remaining inventory of the discontinued watch until all is sold? I'm not sure if that makes sense. It makes sense, because what you're asking me is, if a watch gets discontinued, do Rolex continue to sell those watches, or do the ADs continue to sell that watch? Hang on. Paco! Hey! Don't. What you're asking me is a watch gets discontinued. Now all these other ADs have that watch in stock, and even Rolex at their factory may have an abundance of those watches to be distributed. Do Rolex pull all those watches back and destroy them? No. Okay, so I can't speak for all their models, but I can speak on the Daytona. Because so what happens is, Rolex, they do the releases generally around Watches and Wonders, March, and it takes almost a year before those new models hit the ADs. So it takes quite some time. So they still have to fulfill orders on, like, for instance, I may order a Daytona, and Paco! Sorry. So if someone orders a Daytona, they're still going to fulfill an order for a Daytona or a GMT or whatever it is. And it may be the previous reference. So they don't just pull them all back, whatever. I know that because the Daytonas specifically, I know several people who have just recently got Daytonas, and they're the older reference. So there you have it. Thanks for your question. Awesome. Orco 99900. I love that Zenith. And why are you mad at Montblanc? I guess I said I was mad at Montblanc. Well, thanks. I'm glad you like the Zenith. I like it too. And Montblanc, I'm not mad at, well, I guess I said I was mad at him. I just will never buy another Montblanc watch. I think, excuse me, sorry. I think the problem with Montblanc is their lack of customer service, their lack of, you send a watch in, and then and I'm only speaking on behalf of the watch that I had to send in for service, and they kept it for 4 months and then sent it back to me, and it was no better than the way it went out. And it pisses me off. It's like, you take no pride in your work, man. Fix the fucking watch, send it back, make sure it's working before you even send the fucking watch back. You know what I mean? It's like, it's so blatantly obvious that watch is something wrong with it when you try to wind it. It's not something very subtle, and they have to go, I'm not getting it, man. I don't know. What this guy's got an attitude. He's got a problem. Fuck you and your watch. Bottom line is, make sure that if you get a watch in for service, take care of that servicing. Look at what the problem is. Look at what the issue is, why it was sent back in the first place, and do what you can to get it resolved. Don't just take a screwdriver, tighten it up, and whatever. I wind it, and the rotor winds around how I'm winding it. It's freaking crazy, dude. And it winds. It's really tight too. It's like, so yeah. So I will never buy another Montblanc. Thank you. Thank you, Orco 99900. Rolex XXX5940. Does the Cartier Santos fit bigger than a Rolex 41 with all the links on? With all the links on? I don't fucking know, dude. Sorry, I'm all agitated from the Montblanc thing. I don't wear the watches with all the links on. With all the links on, the watch is too big. It won't fit. I don't know. If you're asking me if the size of it, of the case and the 41 and those are fairly similar. They both wear very similar as like a 41 millimeter watch. With all the links on, I don't know, because I always have to have links taken out or size it myself. So I don't know if that was your question, dude. But hey, thanks for trying. Yeah, I don't know. It's been one of those days, dude. I'm sorry. MHIGGI02. Great topic, thanks. Yeah, Thank you, man. Q&A. When and how did you get into watches, and what watch acquisition has meant the most to you? Keep on keeping it real, Tony. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. When and how did I get into watches? There was not one little thing where the light bulb popped up in my head, went ding, you know. I've been into watches since I was a kid. I don't know why or how, you know. I'm always like obsessed with time in general. So I don't know if that's a internal something or other that I don't know about as to why you know, if I'm a minute late, I'm freaking out. I have to be on time or early, you know, with things. As far as the how and when, you know, it started very young, you know, and that's all I can say. What watch acquisition has meant the most to me? I think, you know, and it's funny enough, I think it's probably this GMT, you know, just the way that it happened, and everything the way that it happened was just not expected, and it was freaking awesome. So that's probably that. So thanks, man. I appreciate it. Question for next week. Okay, this is from Isha. Isha. Question for next week. Since you are called Timepieces with Tony, no, my parents just called me Tony. That would kind of suck if that was my real name. But do you have any other timepieces other than watches? Yeah, I have a wall clock hanging on my wall. You can't see it, but it's there. Looks like a Franck Mueller, if you know what those are. I don't have, I think I probably have a pocket watch or two somewhere, you know, because I got watches kind of scattered. A lot of my less expensive ones, even some of the kind of expensive ones, are like in drawers and stuff like that. So yeah, I do, but I'm not all like, you know, I'm not going to be that guy that just has wall clocks everywhere and you know, a pocket watch in every pocket, you know, two watches on each wrist, whatever. But you know, I appreciate your question. Thanks. Mohammed Niza Mothman 1366. Sorry if I butchered your name, bro. Didn't mean to. I currently own 4 Omegas. Awesome. Speedmaster, Seamaster Diver 300, Aquaterra 41, and Constellation Globemaster. I'm thinking of adding the Aquaterra World Timer in blue, but the price keeps going up from time to time. I wonder whether it's worth spending that much for it. What do I think? Dude, I think if you love it, then buy it. You know what I mean? I would never steer anyone against what they want to buy, regardless. You know what I mean? If that's what you want, you know, buy it sooner than later, because the price ain't going to be coming down unless you're going on gray market. It may. I don't know. I don't know what those watches go for on gray market or at retail. So yeah, dude, if you like it, buy it. And I appreciate your question, Mohammed. David Parrish Productions. David, what's up? Tony, you've been around. Sorry. Paco. Oh, okay. My cat, you can't see him, but you know, Paco's just being a little. Yeah, he's looking right at me too. Do you want to answer the question? Come here, Paco. Paco, come here. Come here, Paco. Come here. Come here. Paco. Come here. Yes. Yes. Hello, Paco. Why are you being this way? Do you want to read the question? Paco, read the question. He's going to read the question. Tony, you've been around the world and back. Do you have a watch you think of as a West Coast watch, an England watch, a Texas watch, iconic watches from places you've lived? Thanks, brother. Dude, thanks for the question. I don't really have anything other than, like, you know, when I think of if I'm in hot weather, you know, I'll wear something with like more like a rubber strap, cold weather, a bracelet type watch. But I don't really have a watch for, like, you know, I think when I lived in Texas for like the 11 months that I lived there, I wore a swatch the whole time I was there. And even when it was cold or hot, I just wore a swatch. And but in England, when I was there, I think I had a Tag Heuer or something like that. But yeah, no, not, and I haven't traveled in so long, so I don't even know, dude. But thanks, man. I appreciate your question. All right, this is from 03 Just RX. 03 Just RX. Hey, Tony, I watch your videos every week. Great content. Thanks, man. We have similar styles. Right on. I went to my local AD and tried on the Zenith Pilot. I really dig this. Do ADs discount on Zenith? They offered me a $250 discount. I appreciate any advice for me to acquire this. Cheers. Sorry, man. Do you read your question before you sent it? Do ADs discount on Zenith? They offered a $250 discount. They offered you a discount. So what's your question, dude? Not a very big discount, you know what I mean? Just ask them, you know. They're Zenith, yeah, they discount them, you know. I mean, it depends on the AD though, you know what I mean? What you know what I mean? Just ask. Hey, man, obviously they offered you $250. Was that 2%, 5% maybe? I don't even know. Off $7,500, if that's the same one you're looking at. Zenith Pilot, but they have one in ceramic and they have one in stainless steel. Then they also have the Chronomaster, or the Chronograph Pilot as well. So yeah, just ask them, dude. I mean, if you really want the watch and they're offering you any discount, then and you want to buy the watch, take it. I mean, it's a phenomenal watch. So having said that, you guys, I really appreciate it. Everyone's questions. I want to say, hey, thanks for liking and subscribing and all that. Subscribe to my channel. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.